Hello, hello, hello. Happy Saturday. Hey, Instagram. How y'all doing? Hey, TikTok. What's up, TikTok? Just waiting for YouTube to catch up. Okay. Hey, thank you. Hey, y'all. All right, there we go. Hi, YouTube. Hey, Mimi. Hey, Janine. Hey, Jamie. Hey. All right. Hey, Mo, Tracy, Monique, Lisa. It's Blacklisted. How you doing? All right. All right, let's get to this read. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afrozen. And today I'm reading for the Beautiful Handsome Collective. Hi, Collective. How you doing? Flowers, flowers, flowers. Two more times. Hi, Nidra. Flowers, flowers, flowers. One more time. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Yes. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. To book a private reading with me or to shop at my store. All that information is in the description box below. All right, so let's get into a happy Saturday wherever you are in the world. Channel message here is they're haunted by what you told them, or they are haunted by the warnings that you gave to them. Okay, so this could be for an individual person, an ex-lover, ex-spouse, ex-friend, whatever, however, ex-parent, whatever, however. They feel haunted because their life has turned to shambles or is now in shambles, or they can't get out of they can't get out of the black hole that they placed themselves in. You were gracious at a point in time where you always gave warnings or premonitions as to what could potentially happen towards this person or group of people. They completely ignored you. They thought it was funny. They laughed at you. They didn't think the things that you were saying was very truthful, or the things that you were saying had any truth to it. Okay. So they took that as a form of, they just looked at you as a laughing stock. Okay, which is fine. Now things are playing out exactly how you envisioned it, or more so you were able to kind of see before it played out. And it's spooking this person, or it making this person feel very paranoid here, because what happened here is that when you once gave them the warnings that something bad could potentially happen, it didn't happen at that time. Okay, so you could be a individual that may be able to see into the future before things happen, and you might not be able to give like a concrete time or space as to when it's going to happen, but you just see it is going to happen and then it just do. That's what they weren't expecting. You said what you said, you gave the warnings, but when you gave that warning, so let me give you an example. Let's say you gave the warning on Tuesday morning. Let's say maybe a week went by or 2 weeks went by and nothing happened. They didn't believe you because it didn't happen right when you gave the warning, but the warning was given to them to give them enough time to be able to fix the issue at hand or the situation at hand, if that makes sense. So because they weren't able to viscerally or physically see it play out, they didn't believe you. Hey, that's okay. Now they want to believe you now because the exact thing, the thing that you mentioned verbatim in regards to what could potentially happen, has happened and then some. So now they're looking at you sideways because, yes, even though you gave the warnings, the pre-warnings in regards to something that could happen, they feel that you had something to do with it. They feel like there's foul play in this. Well, how would you know? So they're questioning you. They're questioning the validity of what you know, or how did you know what you know? If that makes sense. So they feel like that there's foul play at hand here, and they feel like you did that. You did it, of course. They're trying to figure out, how did you know that things were going to play out or pan out in the way that it planned? Specifically, how you've mentioned it. Hey, it's because this, X, Y, and Z, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Now, when it finally played out, because you were just there to give the warnings to this person, a group of people, and they didn't take it. Okay, whatever. You did what you were supposed to do. Your job was to give the warnings. Whether they believe it or not, that's on them. They ain't got nothing to do with you. But with play here, they feel like that you are playing on their intellect, and we all know their intellect is not very high. They have a very small IQ. But they feel like that you're doing things quietly that is actually manipulating their life to where they are actually experiencing what you said. Sounds familiar? There was an individual here that was spreading a lot of facetious lies or fictitious lies in regards to you, or just lies in general, to other people to make them feel like you were going through what they were saying that you were supposed to go through. Okay? So we basically will take that. We take that little play from their game book or from their book here, and they feel like what they have done to you is what you are currently doing towards them. This is just my perspective. This is me speaking specifically. Just because another person decides to try to attempt to cause harm towards you doesn't mean that, yes, the person that they attempt to cause harm towards doesn't mean that they're going to do it back. And a lot of people who are in the position, the initial position, who position themselves to become a bully or an enforcer or an imposer of negativity, they're the ones that always think of that way, because it's like, well, if I do it to you, what are you going to do to me? Or if I have done that to you, I just know you're going to come back at me 10 times worse. And sometimes, in some cases, it don't play out in that way. It really don't. Again, as I always say, this is the guilty conscience. Guilt gonna make you tilt. Hey, Light, how you doing, boo? We have open. We have correct, of course. Hey, Cornelius, we have open and correct. So it's like they opened up Pandora's box. And I'm pretty sure you may have warned them that, hey, you may not have verbatim say, hey, that's Pandora's box. I wouldn't do that if I were you. You may have said something along the lines as, that's not a good look. That's not a good fit for you. They may have some serious consequences to the actions that you decide to take. You gave them a full pre-warning of whatever it is that they were trying to do towards you, or just in general here. When you gave the warning, I don't feel you gave the warning in regards to you, because at the time, I don't feel like you were aware that they had negative intentions towards you. I do feel like that you was just in your correct space, or more so heart space, and you was just trying to just warn them collectively, like, hey, that's not going to be a good look here. But they took it as, at the time, they took it as if you were just trying to thwart their actions towards you, or the way that they tried to kind of push up on you. They thought that you were trying to deflect what they were attempting to do towards you here. But as I mentioned before, they always thought that you were very easy. What exactly is, what is the correct definition of easy when it comes to a narcissistic individual? That's something that we need to discuss, or we should dive deeper or further within. What exactly does a narcissist feel or think an easy target is? I've mentioned before, someone who they feel don't have family, who they feel don't have any type of support, who feels like if something were to happen towards you, you wouldn't be able to replenish yourself, you wouldn't be able to get out of the situation. This is what they consider someone that could potentially be easy. For being nice, for being vulnerable, that's easy. It's not easy to be vulnerable. It's not. A lot of people don't look at vulnerability as a form of a healing tool, and it could be, depending on what your perspective could be. But a lot of people don't see it in that way. They look at it as the opposite. They look at vulnerability as a form of weakness. Can it be a form of weakness? Yes, it can be. If you have not healed the vulnerability that you're speaking about, it can. That's why it's important to, once again, I'm a big advocate about shadow work. That's why it's very important to ensure that you're doing your shadow work, so that way the moment that you do decide to become vulnerable in whatever space or stance that you might be in, it's not going to affect you, because you already talked about it, you already healed from it, you did what you needed to do. So if anyone attempted to try to come towards your vulnerability, it's not going to do anything towards you. Someone's name is Cornell, or maybe you go to Cornell University. I believe, I'm not sure about this, don't quote me. I believe Cornell is good for business school, or maybe you're wanting to go into business, some form of a business school here, or entrepreneurship. I'm also hearing University of Pennsylvania as well. I know University of Pennsylvania, they have the Wharton, Wharton, they have the Wharton, section or space of their collegiate background or college background here, and they're known for business as well, and medical. University of Pennsylvania. So you could be going to an Ivy League school. You could be a writer. Okay. You may be good, you may be great with words. You may know how to put words to paper, or when you pen it to paper, it transforms everything that you're writing about whatever it is that you're writing. So you could be a college professor. Maybe you're wanting to become a college professor. Maybe you want to teach students in a collegiate manner. I'm also hearing calligraphy as well. I feel calligraphy is a dying art. That's just me. If I'm not mistaken, didn't they stop writing cursive in school, like elementary school and high school? Because I do remember fondly that when I was growing up in the 4th and 5th grade, between 4th and 6th, that was something that they were very adamant about in regards to you learning how to write cursive. And I believe they stopped that recently. Somebody's name is Jarvis. Someone may have jaundice of the eyes, or someone may be having issues with their liver. It's so funny because this group of people really thought that if they had enough people, 5, 6, 10 people, whatever, however, but they felt like those individuals that were in that group setting here was much more powerful, or could have been more potentially powerful than you, to where they felt like that you would not have the opportunity or the chance to speak out in regards to what they have been doing towards you here. The reason why they're haunted by you is because everything you may have said in a very calm voice, or you may have said it sternly. An example of you saying something sternly would be, remember Celie from The Color Purple? And it was Celie's sister, and I forget his name, Mr. I think his name was Mr. in the movie. And he was trying to come in between the two sisters, but he had some very negative thoughts as to what he was trying to do. And they were in a space where they kind of break apart. And she said, nothing but death can keep me away from you. Because he did not want the other sister teaching Celie teach her how to read and write. That would be more so in a stern way. Like basically telling them, like, this is not going to play out in the way that they anticipate or expect. Yeah, it was all a game, but game is in reverse. It was all a game to them. I would never understand how someone created a game, but they don't even have their own instructions or their own antidote to their own game. And then when you beat them at the game that you weren't even aware of, or didn't even have instructions or directions in regards to how to beat this game. Now they upset at you. And that just won't make sense to me. Somebody's name is Jerome. I think I said that. Somebody's name is Jerome. Someone's name is Jarvis, 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 Jacqueline. You may have been very detailed in regards to the warnings that you may have gave this person. We have Aquarius here. You could be in a high and vibrant Aquarius, or this could be a low vibrational Aquarius that you were speaking about. We do have High Priestess, so I'll put High Priest here as well. So you could be a High Priestess or High Priest connected in regards to what you saw. So when you told them what you saw, they say, oh, you're delusional. You don't know what you're talking about. That don't make sense. That don't this, that don't that. Okay. Learn to be okay when people can't accept the advice that you give to them, especially when it's freely, when it's genuine, when it's generous. Not everybody is going to accept what you're willing to offer or to give to them, and be okay with that. Be okay with turning around and be like, you know what? Okay, well, I try to offer you some assistance. I try to offer you some help. Sometimes some individuals don't want your help. And sometimes that's a part of their karma for not wanting to receive your help. That's okay. Some people have to learn the hard way, despite them having many options or availabilities to where they have another avenue to learn in a more, we'll say, safer or more calmer way. Some people are not set up that way. Some people are not built that way. Some people are just built to actually go through very chaotic things. This instance here. I like to say, who don't hear will feel. They refuse to hear, so now they need to feel. And you need to be okay with some people feeling what they refuse to hear. Someone's name is Camila. Someone's name is Doris or Dorothy. I'm also hearing Nicholas and then Frederline, 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 Frederline. Someone's name is Oscar. Someone's name is Winthrop. Winthrop? You could be from New York. I think Winthrop is on the 2 train, 2 or the 4 train, one of them trains. Winthrop Avenue is what I'm hearing. Somebody could be Dominican, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Congolese. You could be from the Congo. I'm hearing this is a two-bound train. So going towards New Lots, I'm hearing New Lots. Something about New York. I'm hearing heavy New York. So maybe you take the 2 train or the 3 train, you frequent that, and you ride towards New Lots Avenue. I believe that's the 3 train. But trains are very significant, okay? Someone's name is Samantha, Sammy, Samson. I'm hearing the name Sucreta. Sucreta. I'm also hearing Sucre, S-U-C-R-E, which represents sugar in French. So somebody could be French, or you can speak French, or you're very fluent in French. Okay, so someone has a date tonight. Who got a date tonight? All right. Please keep in mind, this is a collective read. It's not going to resonate with everybody, okay? So someone has a date tonight, and if you do, you may have reservations in going on this date tonight because you feel like that this person is not being completely honest and truthful. Just make sure you have your money, okay? If you're going on a date with this person, or you feel that you want to go on this date, just make sure that you have your own coin, because I feel like this person may try to go Dutch. Or they may feel bad that they can't sleep with you. Friends with benefits. So be careful of that, whoever's going on this date tonight. They're looking specifically for intimacy. They want to become intimate with you because they took you out on a date. Hell nah. I ain't judging you. I'm just trying to steer you out of trouble. That's all. We have stressed out here. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's go back to the story. So it feels like this person always felt like when you gave them a warning towards the path that they chose to go down here, they always felt like you were showing off. You know too much. You think you know everything. You think that everything you say is always right. It is. You're not saying it in a way to make them feel less than about themselves. You're literally just telling them that, hey, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Now, this person's life is in shambles here. They have both sexes arguing and fighting over them. We have bisexual here, unable. So this person from the past here have a lot of, let's just say both sexes, both men and women that are fighting about them or fighting towards them here because of what they have been doing in the streets. Belong to the streets. We also have Libra here. So there was a lot of gossip surrounding you in the streets, people that you don't know or people that you're not aware about. You're not in the streets. You don't live in the streets. You don't cater to the streets. You're not in the streets. Okay, you're not a street person. But this person here, this Libra here, that could be bisexual, was telling people that you weren't aware things about you to get them to get on board with them or to make them feel upset as to what they were saying about you. Like I keep saying, I would never ever understand how a rival is in reverse. They thought that they were a rival of yours. You can't be, and I'm saying specifically, generally, collectively speaking, you could never be a rival of mine if you're doing things behind my back. That's not a rival, that's a coward. I don't care what nobody say. That's always gonna be a coward in my eyes. You have an issue with me, but you're going towards everybody else but me, who you have the issue with. This is not rivalry. This is not even competition. It's pure foolery. Assery. Can I say assery, TikTok? It's pure assery. It's pure effery. It's pure effery. And I don't have time for that. So my name is Winifred. Winnie. Yes, thank you. Penny Rincon says on TikTok, a rival is telling it to your face and saying it with your chest. And you know, I will respect you more. I'm like, well, first I'll probably be like, well, dang, what I do to you? I ain't gonna hold you. That might be my first thing I think about, like, dang, what I do to you? But then I'll hear you out. I for sure will hear you out. But yeah, I agree. A rival is telling it to your face and saying it with your chest. And when was the last time you ever said anything to your chest or to your face? This is not a rival. It's not a competition. We have karmic here. It just will never be. Hiding something. Baby, listen. Somebody eating oatmeal or porridge or something, child. We have hiding something and stuff. Not you. Hear me and hear me well when I say this. I'm speaking directly towards the divine collective. Hear me and hear me well. Okay? Remember, everything starts with the mindset. Everything starts with the mind. And if at any point in time you feel like that your mind is slipping or you feel like that your mental health might not be well because of the incidents or the occurrences that you went through, stop for a moment, like literally stop for a moment, give yourself some time and start to ask yourself specifically, why is whatever is triggering you at that moment, why is it triggering you? That is going to help you to get out of that stuck feeling that you may feel. Sometimes The stuck feeling that you may feel could be coming or could potentially be coming from someone else that wants you to feel how they feel. Not all the time when you're feeling low or you're feeling sad or you're feeling like lazy or uncomfortable, wherever the case may be. It's not always you that are feeling like that. It's someone that's close to you or trying to get close to you that is projecting onto you or pushing their nastiness onto you to make you feel like how they feel. Okay? This is some stuck energy, strong stuck energy. They're hiding that they're stuck behind what you said. You may have said, maybe you said God gonna get you. Okay. You said spirit gonna get you. You said it's not gonna turn out in the way that you anticipate. You may have said something that was very cringing or cringy towards them in regards to them not wanting to believe what you had to say. Okay. Someone's name is Nathan or Nathaniel. Someone's name is Emery. Emery, E-M-O-R-Y or E-M-E-R-Y, Emery. So we have toxic family here. So the moment, and then we have ally in reverse. So we all know that your toxic family don't like you. Okay, we don't care. If you ever in a space where you feel like just people in general, we can add toxic family in here that don't like you. That's okay, boo. That means that you are here for a bigger purpose or a stronger purpose or you're here for a bigger purpose than what the toxic family anticipate. You can always create your own family or your own friends. This is something that I have learned. I have learned that it is okay that some people may not like you. I have learned that it is okay that some people may actually despise or hate you. And because I learned that, I've also learned that I can create the dynamic of a community or family of friends, family or friends, in regards to how I see fit. That's not only going to benefit me, but benefit that person that I consider a family or friend. And once I realize that I can create my own dynamic, my own perception as to how I want to live life, I don't care about toxic family. I don't care about it. I just don't. We have too good to be true. The warnings that you gave to these individuals, at first they thought it was too good to be true, but once they realized that it's actually playing out verbatim as to what you said here, now they're trying to see how they can get out of the situation. Yep, they have spiritual awakening. They being awakened spiritually as to what they're going through. Yes, Patty says on Instagram, I'm going to be very selective with who I let around me, as you should. Think about it in this way. Think about you hold the golden key or the golden ticket or access to what you may allow for other people to be in your life. Knowing that you hold that golden key or that golden ticket, would you just give it out to anybody just haphazardly? Would you just frivolously give out your key, your golden key or your golden ticket to anyone, knowing that you carry that type of energy? And I always say, if you say no, if you establish boundaries where no means no, and they try to supersede or try to get over your boundaries, they're not meant for you. It is okay to be very selective with who you want around you. Yes, it is a-okay. No matter what they look like, no matter how they sound, it is a-okay to be very selective in regards to who you want around you. And you need to be, and you should be. Okay, so Dequas mentions on TikTok, we have 5 children. So what does that mean? What are you trying to say? Because most people, or some people, I'll say some people tend to have a child or children with you to keep you stuck. Let's just call it what it is. And if they know that they share a child between you and them, they feel in their mind that there's a form of control or weaponized control that they can utilize to get you to not move forward without the child. It's all games. It's all mental games. That's all it is. Because if they see your greatness and they get you knocked up or impregnate you, now you thinking about the child. You got to think about the safety, make sure the child is okay, healthy, take care of the child. And they know exactly what they're doing. There's some people out here that will just impregnate you to ensure that you don't move forward. Yes, it's called weaponizing of the womb. Yes, it's a real thing. Most people don't want to talk about that though. And the minute that you take the child away or you disconnect from them with the child, oh, you are bad this, you are bad that, they won't let me see the child. It's man. The moment they see you moving forward with the baby is the moment where, oh, you're not supposed to, and I just don't have time for that. Okay. Let's see what else. They will do anything to weaponize your competency, your womb, your emotional health, your emotional state. They'll weaponize your spiritual state. They'll weaponize your psychological state. They'll even weaponize your physical state. Anything that they can use that's going to not benefit you in the long run, they're going to do everything possible to destroy it. That's why they need you to be vulnerable, because they're not expecting or anticipating, or they don't even know anything about healing, as I mentioned before. They do everything from a space where everything is going to be destructive or is going to have some form of a catastrophic ending. That's what their intentions are towards others. They never expected you to have a brain or a mind of your own. They never expected for you to be even much more intelligent than them. They weren't expecting those things. So the moment that you started to speak up, or the moment that you start to exhibit different type of things that they were accustomed to or they weren't aware of, is the moment where they started to show themselves in their truth as to who they truly are. Unhinged, unwell, unhealthy mentally, emotionally, psychologically, financially, physically, etc., etc. Ain't no way I'm going to be afraid of someone that's not secured emotionally. I'm not going to be afraid of someone that's not secure psychologically. I'm not going to be afraid of someone that's not financially, spiritually, or physically. So I'm just not. That just doesn't make sense to me. Specifically speaking, that doesn't make sense to me. Someone's name is Sandra or Sandy. Maybe you were watching SpongeBob recently, or maybe SpongeBob is your favorite thing to watch. Financial failure. Do you know that they went financially broke trying to stop you from moving forward with your life? Do you know that they financially failed? They financially failed because they put all of their time, their effort, and energy into trying to destroy your life. Yet they're blaming you for why they are financially failing. Well, ain't nobody tell you to be watching me 24/7. I say this generally and collectively. Ain't nobody tell you to put all your money into spell work. You could have gave me the coin. Karmic. Collectively, generally speaking. They wasted money with other people to try to slow you down when you could have gave me the money for myself. They thought money talks. Does it talk? In which way? In which aspect does money truly talk? In regards to narcissistic individuals. Let's talk about it. They say money talk, but to what extent? How far were they willing to let their money talk in attempts to try to destroy your life? Because somebody in financial failure right now who lives on a pineapple under the sea, SpongeBob SquarePants. Again, hear me well. Y'all want us, collectively, generally speaking, y'all want us to be afraid. Oh, man. They want us to be... afraid of somebody that's financially failing. What? Somebody that can't even stand on their own two to face you. What? Somebody that gossip about you behind your back. What? Child, please. Y'all can't, child, please. Y'all gonna have to try again with that one. They're gonna have to try again, child. Somebody making curry chicken, or curry chicken could be your favorite thing to make. We have shocking message here. The shocking message is that they went broke trying to destroy your life. Imagine somebody gave up their whole entire life, their whole entire existence to destroy yours. And the only thing that they destroyed in the end was their pure existence. Man. Now they like Reptar. We all know how that's them, Reptar. That's them. Now they got anger issues. Child, please. For who? For you? See, they anticipated for you to become cold-hearted towards them. Are you cold-hearted towards them? Yeah, you probably might be. But your cold-heartedness is with a twist. You may laugh at this. You may laugh at the situation. You may laugh at you may laugh at the dynamic as to how they're feeling in life. But that's crazy. Controlling is in reverse. They can't even control the STD that they have. They freaked out. They freaked out. They freaked out. It could be a Capricorn. I'm gonna keep saying it. Y'all not the same. I'm gonna keep saying it. Y'all not the same. We have thief and we have pregnancy. So there could be a low vibrational Capricorn that may have gotten you pregnant, but they wanted to take that away from you. That makes sense. They wanted to take that joy away from you by being pregnant or of being pregnant, or take a child away from you to get you to come back towards them. It didn't work. And then they're lying to the community saying that you're not connected to a child, that you won't connect or speak with the child. No, they're blocking you from the child, okay? Miscarriage is upright. Not an actual physical miscarriage is what's popping up for me. Miscarriage in this instance here is basically saying that they feel like you severed the connection between you and the child, and that's not true. Insomnia is in reverse. You don't have any insomnia. You know what they're doing. Everything was a game, a ploy. And at the end of it all, the child is the one that's hurting, not you. Look, childhood trauma, but that's okay, because this child will be okay when they come back into your good graces or they come back into your life, which they will. They won't have any childhood traumas. They're going to be completely healthy, productive citizens moving forward. But they need to get out of the situation with this parent here who feels like they could have a child with you, disconnect you from the child, and think that that's supposed to make you do outlandish things, but it's only hurting them, hurting the parent. I'm gonna keep saying it. That was the hidden agenda. It's the hit, yeah. The hidden agenda was to have a child with you, to get you fighting back and forth in court, so you can lose your steam, your stamina, so that way you don't want to fight anymore, to where you just like, you know what, okay, I'm tired of this. I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to fight with you no more. Can we work this out? No. Nope. Nope. You told this person that their life will go to shambles if they were to mess with you or bother you, and he didn't believe it. Okay. They believe you now. Now that the shoe is on the other foot, now they want to try to come and apologize to you. Can we work this out? There's nothing to work out with the Two of Cups in reverse. Yes, Penny says on TikTok, and this is great advice, be careful who you're laying down with, and definitely don't have kids with just anyone. You are so right. You are so right, child. I can totally resonate with that. You are so right. You can't just lay down with just anybody and carry their legacy or carry the name. You cannot, because not everybody is worth their name is not worth to be carried as a legacy. I'm going to say it. Some people are afraid to say it. Not me. I would say it straight up, plain talk, bad manners. Not everybody deserves to be able to carry their legacy, because they're not doing what they should be doing to ensure that their legacy is healthy. This person likes to create broken homes and then blame you as to why the home is broken. No, I ain't got time for that. The name Sammy or Samantha keeps coming out. Someone loves sardines. Someone's name could be Sardina. Someone's name is Frank, Francis. I'm hearing Francophone. Maybe you like those older musical instruments with it looks like a horn, like a shoe horn. And it's like really big and metastasized, and music comes out of it. I believe that's called the francophone, or the speaker part. So if you've been worrying about your period is going to come, we have Ace of Pentacles here. It could be lining up with a moon cycle, full moon, new moon here. So if you're worrying about if you're pregnant, I don't feel like you are. But we do have Ace of Pentacles here. You could be birthing a new business or a new idea. Okay. Then we also have the Hangman in reverse, and we have the Five of Cups in reverse. So this person has tried to do everything possible to stall you from moving forward. They wanted to stall you from healing, from forgiving the situation for what it is. They didn't expect this. They didn't expect for them to be in the position that they're in, and they didn't expect for you to be able to overcome all that they have put into your life. Someone's name is Tanya or Tanya or Tiffany. Thomas, Terrence, Tanitha, T-E-N-I-T-H-A, Tanitha, could be T-A-N-I-T-H-A, Tanisha, Tynisha, Tibet, T-Y-B-I-T-T, Tibet. Somebody could be from Quebec, Montreal, Canada. You could speak French. So if you're wanting to go overseas and you're worrying about if your passport is going to come back in time, it is very, you may have like a 1 to 2 day window from when it's time for you to go on your trip or so. So if you're traveling international and you're worrying about the delay or the process of your passport, it's going to come back, but just like 1 or 2 days, okay? I don't know who that's for, but some of you guys may want to travel more, or you may want to be a, what do you call that? An expat. Maybe you're looking at different areas of the world to live. What's going on? Let me see. A lot of people keep saying that. You remind me of Whoopi Goldberg on Ghost. Okay, I'll take it as a compliment. I've never watched that movie, but I've seen her in the movie. But yeah, I've heard of people say that. I'll take it as a compliment because I don't think Whoopi Goldberg is ugly. I think she's very beautiful. So I'll take it as a compliment. Thank you. Someone as an engineer lost their job and they are very furious. Not only are they furious, they're very afraid as to what people are going to think of them. This person lost everything, their car, their house, even their mind. They lost their mind as well too. Because everything that you have mentioned before is now coming to fruition, and they can't handle it. They can't handle the fact that they're forced to stay within a room or a quiet setting here, and every time they sit with their thoughts, you keep coming up. So it's like the ghost of the past, and they feel like they can't deal with what they're going through right now. They feel like if you would have never warned them or told them what was happening, they would have never went through what they were happening. So it kind of feels like that they feel like that you were storytelling, or you were trying to speak that into existence. Why do they refuse to take responsibility for their actions? Why is it that it's always somebody else's fault but theirs? I don't understand it. To make themselves feel better about what they're going through? Someone's name is Ananda, A-N-A-N-D-A, Ananda. Someone's favorite holiday could be Halloween. This doesn't make sense to me. Someone's name is Peyton. We have emotions in reverse. Could be a Cancer. You could be, they could be. They don't have control of their emotions. Other people are seeing it. They're overstimulated by what's going on. So it's like back to back. The warnings that you gave to them back to back, it's coming out to fruition, and they feel overstimulated. They feel like they're having a meltdown emotionally, and they want out of it. I need out of this. Can you get me out of this? The only way that they can get out of it is going through it. That's the only way that they can get out of it, and that is, that's the chef's kiss to me. Listen, like I said, I'm a Scorpio, and sometimes I can be dark. Hey, it is what it is, and I don't feel sorry for that. It is what it is. I don't feel bad for them going through what they're going through. I actually love it. Hey, I know everybody ain't gonna agree, but I don't care. This is me authentically, and I'm gonna be very honest with you. I really am happy that they're going through what they're going through. Not ever having to lay a finger on them or touch them, but still be able to see what they're going through. I think that's chef's kiss. I will always say that. We have trust in reverse. They can't trust you. Who cares? You don't care. Could be a Scorpio, low vibrational Scorpio. Trust and then wisdom. They did not trust the wisdom that you gave to them. It's not, I mean, it's not your fault. It's like you crossing a bridge, and let's just say this is a well-known bridge, and you know that this well-known bridge, figuratively and literally speaking, you know this bridge has a certain time during the day where the bridge goes up, or the levee, or whatever you call it. And you decide to ignore all the warnings, but yet other people tell you, hey, stay away from the bridge between 3 and 5. But you just, no, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna happen. Okay, cool. So you go around the bridge, you drive towards the bridge around 3 to 5. And just how they said it is just how it plays out. 3 to 5 is gonna take you at least a half an hour to 45 minutes where you're gonna have to sit there and wait for the bridge to come back down. Now you upset at yourself. Now you irate. Now you angry because you didn't believe what the other person or the group of people were telling you. That's on them. That is the same, nothing to do with you. Okay? And they don't have no spiritual protection. As I mentioned, that is the worst type of thing that you can ever have in this world, is not have spiritual protection. If you don't have anybody, if you don't have a friend, if you don't have a family member, if you don't have anyone that's backing you, you better make sure you have spirit backing you. You better make sure. Okay. If you don't have anybody else backing you, you better make sure spirit backing you. Okay, now. They have no victory and no protection. They have no spiritual protection. Imagine not having no spiritual protection, walking this earth raw. Yeah, that one ain't gonna work there. It's just not gonna work. She was on the stairs to nowhere. So what's your pain or pleasure? Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da-da-da. Ooh, ta-da-ta-ta-ta-ta, and I just can't stop this feeling. It's torture. It's torture. I swear. Anywho, we have courage in reverse. I want to stop right there, okay? Could be a Libra, so it could be an Aries, strong Aries. Oh, strong Aries, okay. Strong Aries. Where's Aries? Aries. 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 Strong Aries. 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 Strong Aries. 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 Strong Aries. Then we have Libra. Don't react to gossip. Yes. That's such a profound message. Yes, it is. Don't respond to gossip. You know it's not true, right? I know it's not true. Then don't respond to it. It's going to make them question themselves in regards to the process. You're not responding to negativity. You're not responding to gossip. No, it's not true. What do you mean it's not true? But I thought it's not true. Then they're going to try to egg you on and push you and force you to be something that you're not. Don't respond to gossip. The only time you should respond to it is if it's true. Despite the many people that are coming up against you, and I know that you've completely mastered that part of selves. You've mastered that. You master when to say and when to not say. Again, everything don't requires a response. Silence is a response too, absolutely. But most people can't handle the silence coming from you. Silence is a super weapon that a lot of people don't have or can't maintain or can't hold. And here you come with your la-di-da self, showing them that not everything requires a battle or a fight, and they don't know how to deal with that. All they know how to do is to bring forth turmoil and chaos and fighting and arguing towards you. So if you ain't giving it to them, then what? What's up? Wait, what? You ain't and you ain't and you ain't and you. Mm-mm. For what? Well, I said this, I said this. It's not true. Well, you're. The most important thing on this live right now is individualistically you. That's the only thing that's important on this live right now. I got 388 on YouTube, 22 on Instagram, and 86 on TikTok. Every last person that's on the right side of things. You need to make that clear. You're on the right side of things. You're the most important thing that has grace or bless this space, this channeled space. And they can't stand that about you. Oh, well, we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna go ahead and eat me this omelet. So we have Scorpio, low vibrational Scorpio, high vibrational Scorpio, however it resonates. Libra, okay. We have Cancer, Sagittarius. Have you noticed when you call somebody out when they're telling lies, the first thing they want to do is they want to hide and they want to block their page or their profile, or they want to hide behind a green screen or a black screen. They want to hide behind what they did. What's the whole point of that? Why you feel so comfortable trying to maliciously hurt someone publicly, but yet you want to close up everything when we finally see it's you and you... Get out of here with that weak stuff, please. We have Cancer here. A weak person would never... I'm just going to laugh at you. And we all know weak individuals don't like when you're full of vigor and laughter within. We ain't got time, child. We got Libra strong, Aries, Leo. Okay. We got Scorpio. And one more. Leo. Okay. So if that resonates, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I will see you on the next one. Thank you so much for being here. You are truly appreciated. Go out there and be freaking phenomenal and be freaking great. And if at any point in time somebody has an issue with you being great, step on their necks. I said it. I'm going to say it. Step on their necks. Y'all got stuff to do. Y'all have many things to do on this thing called Earth. Mother Gaia, however way you see fit. But you have stuff to do. And it's time for you to show up and out in regards to what you have to do. There are people, other people that are waiting on you. There are people that are waiting on your testimony. And there are people that are waiting on your story. Each one teach one. Okay? So I can't wait to see what you are successful with. How successful you will become. You'll be very successful as long as you put your mind to it. Okay? I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you guys and see you on the next one. Bye, TikTok. Thank you, baby. Mwah. Thank you, Instagram. Love you guys. Mwah. Love, 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 love. Mwah. Love you, love you, love you. See you, YouTube. Love you.